The bitter chill of the Alaskan winter gnawed at my bones as I ventured into the pristine wilderness, accompanied only by the rhythmic crunch of snow beneath my boots and the soft panting of my faithful husky, Nanook. The landscape was a breathtaking canvas of glistening white, adorned with the glow of the northern lights overhead. With each step, the vastness of the icy expanse enveloped me, and the serenity of the frozen world seemed to whisper in my ear. The winter solstice had cast its spell, transforming the wilderness into a realm where time stood still and nature held its breath. Ignoring the subtle unease that tingled at the edges of my consciousness, I pressed on, drawn to the untouched beauty that stretched before me. Nanook's ears perked up, and he suddenly halted, his nose lifted to the crisp air. His instincts sensed something amiss. I scanned our surroundings. The only thing I could see was the color white. It kinda messed with my head, sorta like those all-white rooms they put people in to torture them. The forest sat in silence, betraying no hint of movement. My mind was probably just playing tricks on me, so I urged Nanook forward, our breaths forming fleeting clouds in the frigid air. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of fiery orange, this place became a lot more unsettling. Unfazed, Nanook remained vigilant, reassuring me of my safety. The tranquil beauty of the landscape began to unravel, replaced by a sense of foreboding that clung to the air like an invisible shroud. It wasn't long before the first whispers of a haunting melody reached my ears, a melody woven from the lament of the wind and the distant echoes of unseen creatures. The symphony of the night had changed, and I can't explain it, but something just felt off. Glancing at Nanook, I noticed his hackles raised. His primal instincts sensed something I didn't. A sudden gust of wind carried with it a faint, guttural growl that reverberated through the icy stillness. Panic crept into my chest as I grasped the realization that we were not alone. And then it hit me. The location, the time of year, it all made sense. I didn't want to believe it, but then I'd just be blind to the facts. An ancient force, dormant for most of the year, had awakened with the arrival of the winter solstice, and we were unwitting intruders in its domain. Nanook's low growl mirrored the tension that coiled within me as we moved cautiously through the snow-laden pines. The once inviting forest now seemed to harbor unseen eyes, and the beauty that had drawn us in now cloaked in ancient terror. My senses strained against the oppressive darkness, searching for any sign of the elusive predator that stalked us. A distant howl echoed through the trees, a chilling reminder of the peril that lurked in the shadows. Panic seized my chest, but a flicker of determination urged me forward, driven by the instinct to survive. As we navigated the maze of frost-covered branches, the temperature plummeted further, and an ethereal mist clung to the air. The spectral glow of the northern lights intensified, casting an eerie luminescence upon the landscape. It was within this ghostly illumination that I glimpsed the creature, a monstrous silhouette, ancient and primeval. Its eyes, burning like embers, fixated on us with an intelligence that transcended the boundaries of the natural world. The creature, a spectral guardian of the solstice, moved with a predatory grace, its form merging seamlessly with the shadows. Fear rooted me in place as I beheld the ancient horror that had risen from the depths of winter. Nanook's growls escalated to desperate barks, a futile attempt to ward off the supernatural force that closed in around us. The creature's movements became more deliberate, a dance of death orchestrated by the winter solstice itself. I fumbled for any semblance of a plan, the urgency of survival propelling my mind into overdrive. A sudden gust of wind extinguished my lantern, plunging us into an oppressive darkness. Panic clawed at the edges of my consciousness as the creature's growls echoed through the void. The forest became a labyrinth of uncertainty, and the frigid air seemed to carry the weight of 1,000 unseen eyes. A flash of movement caught my eye, and Nanook lunged forward, teeth bared in a desperate attempt to defend. The creature, however, eluded this effortlessly, its form weaving through the shadows like a specter of the night. A howl of pain pierced the silence As Nanook was thrown aside, the creature now fixed upon me with an unyielding hunger. I stumbled backward, adrenaline surging through my veins as I realized the dire truth. I was no match for this ancient force. The solstice had summoned a guardian of the winter night, a creature as old as the Arctic itself, and my fate seemed sealed within its icy grasp. With each step it took, the forest seemed to close in, an inescapable trap that echoed with the despair of countless souls claimed by the winter specter. As the creature's shadow enveloped me, I felt the numbing embrace of an ancient cold. The northern lights flickered above, bearing witness to a dance of primal terror unfolding beneath their ethereal glow. The winter solstice, a celebration of nature's beauty, had become a malevolent ritual, and I, an unwitting participant, succumbed to the embrace of an ancient darkness.